Okay. So I've been working on this for just a little while. Basically, I have this little system here, which basically when you flick these levers down, they release this hold, allowing this item to go through, trigger this comparator, and then trigger this. So notice this is a very similar system to what I was using before, except I'm now using a different system, or a slightly different system for this. So instead of having a scoreboard objective called Power, and then using my name, or just any name right there, I use a player name, quote unquote, named Power, and then I have a scoreboard objective named GameInfo. This allows me to have multiple things on the sidebar, and it's just a better system. So over here I got this little system. It's just 1 second, or 1 second timer. Basically, that allows things to happen every single second. The first one is adding 1 to time. So if you add 1 to time, every second it's basically accurately telling you how many, how many seconds have passed. That allows you to basically have like a time for have an amount of time you want the night to last. I'm sorry, brain fart right there. Alright, and then we got here. This is currently checking. This is currently checking if power matches 0. Now it can't be less than 0, or no, it can be less than 0. But if it's gonna become less than 0, it's gonna pass over 0, because nothing takes away 2 at a time. So it's always gonna pass 0. So it doesn't matter if this was like equals 0 or less than 0. So basically it's checking if it's 0, and if it is 0, it will run this command, which sets a redstone block right here, which you can do whatever you want with, basically. This just allows you to have a power outage function. But what I did is I just set power to -1. In fact, I don't even need that because it's redundancy. So I basically replaced the redstone block with air again, and then I just kill everybody and they get reset back to here. So when you die, you may have not seen that, but when you die, you respawn right here, fall down, trigger this, then go into there. Now, this line of command blocks sets your power to -1, which is why that was a redundancy over there. And it sets time to 0, which kind of is a redundancy, so that's not needed as well, because you're going to set it to 0 right there as well. And then what it does, again, is sets this redstone line to air. Basically, if this wasn't air, it would be cycling through everything. So when you die, it sets that to air, but then when you go back into the game, it'll add the redstone line again. I think that's right here. It replaces the redstone line. Basically, that just prevents the things on the right from ticking while there's not actually a game in progress. So when you do decide to go through this, you see it sets power to 100, it sets time to 0, it replaces the redstone line here, which again ticks every single second. And yeah, pretty much you can set this to anything as well. I didn't talk about this yet. Oopsies. Okay, so this is checking if time matches 270, which is 4 minutes 30 seconds, I think. So you can have either longer or shorter nights based on what you set this number to. So basically, when this numbered time on the right hits 270, it's going to do this, which is placing a redstone block here, and that will just, we'll say that message. It'll set this redstone block back to air and set time to 0, which is not completely necessary, I think. Like, if you want to have a win function that'll already set it to 0, then it's not completely necessary. So, oh yes, of course. So, oh yes. Okay, I'm gonna put all these commands in the description, at least all the important ones. And, oh yes. So, in order to get these, we need to do just a few commands. So, scoreboard, objectives, add GameInfo. You don't have to do that name, it's just what I chose. And call it dummy. And then you do 2 more after that command. Do players set power 0. No, power GameInfo 0. Players set time GameInfo 0. And that's how you get everything on this side. It'll end up looking like this, except power will say -0. But it'll just say 0. Oh wait, there's one more command. It's just what we would always do. Objectives, set display, sidebar, and then GameInfo. So this command is what you would do. And then it gets that displayed on the right. So I'm pretty sure that's everything. That's important. I'm sorry for zoning out like 3 times in this video. And have a great day.